Ooh, Jade is here. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and join me every time I come live. Right now, we're going to do a ClairTarot reading for the twin flames for the first half of May. Let me get my cards out first off. It is a beautiful, beautiful morning. How's everyone doing? You guys doing all right? Is everyone doing all right? Okay. Woo-hoo. All right. Buenos dias. Good morning, Catherine, Jade, Claudia. All right. Let's go ahead and do a ClairTarot reading. Let's start. This is going to be for the twin flame energy. Okay. Now, as you guys probably already noticed, I don't do the freaking love reading stuff like most people do. I do rough and raw, motherfucker. I do rough and raw, okay? And I call it rough and raw because I'm not going to sugarcoat shit. This is about empowering you on your journey. Ooh, The twins are going crazy already. They're going crazy. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. So this reading is going to really help you to help yourself. You know, this is not about how to get your twin flame back. This is not about how to get them addicted to your ass. Because let's face it, if they're your true twin, they already addicted to your ass. It's the truth. It's the truth. They're probably already addicted to you. Just won't admit it. So here again, you know, when it comes to the twins, people like to try and shoehorn things into just some really weird ass positions. A lot of the people who subscribe to the twin flame school of thought, they think twins have to be together, have to be romantic, have to. That's a lie. They don't have to do shit. Energetically, yes, they have to. Energetically, you have to work together. There's no denying that. There's no, I don't want to. You have to work together. Now, in real life, this is what's going on. Your monkey ass mind is distracting you with attempting to coat your life in some sticky sweet shit. This is really just, I mean, it makes a good moisturizer, but is it really going to do anything for you other than make a mess? No. And your higher self is over here trying to give you messages and help guide you, and you're just so focused on what this monkey ass is trying to tell you. That's where you're getting messed up. That is where you're getting messed up. You are confusing the soul work with the human mind work. They're two different things. They're two very, very different things. Now, you want that twin shit to work? You have to follow your own rhythm. Okay? You have to dance in the light of your truth with no fear of looking at the darkness, because there is a potentiality your twin is reflecting your dark stuff. That's scary for most people. You don't know what's in there. It's dark, it's scary, you want to avoid it. Okay, well, then you're avoiding the twin. Know what I'm saying? That's what's going to happen. You're going to avoid the twin. Now, when you begin to speak into being the very things that you're needing to do for yourself, that divine guidance and wisdom starts to enter into the consciousness of the twin as well. The ego bullshit has a tendency to fade away, and then you guys have a tendency to come back together. Okay? Again, does that mean romance? Not necessarily. It means a more unified, see, coming back together, swirling around in the same cup, starting over again. Tell me, you guys. Stop trying to get this person to be obsessed with you. They already are. If they are your true twin, they already are. I'm just saying. So let's see what's going to happen. So you're being asked speak into being, to allow the happiness through, to manifest the life that you're wanting and needing. You're also being asked to not be so stringent in your expectations of how those details are going to pan out. You can't be so fixed. You can't be so fixed. What ends up happening is you end up getting depleted. This is the other half of the cards that I cut. So you can start over fresh. Some of you can have that romantic partnership. Some of you will end up being depleted because you turn all upside down. You don't know what the hell you're supposed to be doing, and you're trying to force things. So you're kind of doing it to yourself. The twin is a reflection of you. That means whatever stuff you don't want to work on about yourself, they're not going to work on about themselves. Whatever it is about them that pisses you off, those are the things you have to work on within yourself. Okay. Let's see what else. Oh. Oh, shit. Okay. All right. All right. So, stop that shit. You got the death card. Stop it. It's that simple. Not always that easy, but you have to stop it. Focus on yourself. Okay? Really, really, really focus on yourself. And I'm saying this as someone who's already found the twin. We not friends. I don't like what you're showing me about myself. We're not friends. That's a long story. But I told you, if they are your true twin, those motherfuckers cannot get enough. They are stalking all of your shit, looking at everything you post, trying to dissect, looking at who likes your post, who comments, who are you commenting on, who is on your friends list, all of your social media, everything. Obsessed. And it's not because they're, it's not because they're desperate or horrible people or any of that. It's because on some level, whether they want to acknowledge the whole twin topic or not, they long for a reconnection. Doesn't always mean romantic, but they do long for a reconnection. You're that missing piece that they've been searching for, that they didn't realize they were searching for. I know this for a fact. I know this for a fact, like really. And so now everyone's kind of just depleted. If you are more aware, then you are more obligated to kind of help raise up that twin pairing. What that means is if you're here watching this video, you're most likely more aware than your twin. You are most likely one that is more awoke than the other person. And I mean, isn't it kind of your duty to do the internal work that you need to do so that they can begin reflecting that and do their internal work, and then hopefully you guys become balanced? In becoming balanced, oftentimes what happens is they come back. They come back to revisit things so that they can either get closure or get a better understanding. Not all twins are going to end up together. Some twins are going to refuse to go down the path of forgiveness. I'm one of them. People be commenting like, you wouldn't be laughing if you knew what me and my twin were going through. Motherfucker, if you knew what me and my twin were going through and my ass is still laughing, you wouldn't be commenting that shit. Like, I can't take life too seriously because that would just be sad. It would really just be sad. We're here to learn. We're not here to have a fairy tale. The fairy tale is just bullshit, made up bullshit. I'm telling you guys, stop watching so many movies. Stop reading so many books and watching so many movies, filling your mind with garbage. Life is real. Life is not just some story. If you want a real story, write the story of your life. Just say. Just say. And yes, I'm serious. If y'all knew the shit that me and my twin energy were going through, you'd recognize I am still laughing. All right. Because the way I see it, we were never separated. You ain't got to be my boyfriend. You do got to be my coworker. Just saying. You do got to still be my coworker. You still got to do the job, just like I got to do the job. So in that regard, everybody needs to just calm down. So card number 7, abundance, Jupiter. With all of this work that now I'm kind of pressuring you into doing for yourself, with all this work that I'm pressuring you into doing for yourself, you are clearing the channels for this abundance energy to enter your space. If you want your twin to feel abundance, you have to allow abundance in for yourself. The more you martyr yourself, the more your twin will self-harm. Think on that. The more you martyr yourself, the more your twin will self-harm. If they are your reflection, they will reflect what you're doing. Martyrdom is self-harm. Think on that. Card number 16, Cancer, I feel. So you guys are soul family. You have never been actually apart. That's a lie. What I've learned, not from Googling shit, but from my actual work, is that twins share the innermost core shielding. Okay. If you look at, and this has to be your true twin, your twin ray. Okay. I'm not just talking about a twin flame. I'm talking about a twin ray. You only get one twin ray energy. Okay. Twin flames are like fraternal twins in the womb. Okay. They have their own amniotic sacs. They're separate, but they're occupying the womb together. That's a twin flame. A twin ray is an identical twin. This is what everyone is after. Like, I want my twin ray. Are you ready to see parts of yourself that you've been ignoring? That's why my ass laughs. Like, I did not realize my ass is too fucking much. Too much, girl. You just too fucking much. I'm just saying. I'm not even mad at the person. I'm mad at myself. Like, girl, you know this shit about yourself? You act like you know everything. You didn't know this shit about yourself? I didn't know. I didn't know. So, twin ray is like an identical twin, meaning you share the same amniotic sac. You both have an umbilical cord, but your umbilical cords both connect to the same placenta, one point of connection to the mother energy, to the goddess energy. That's some intense shit. That's some intense shit. Can identical twins separate in the womb? No. You'll both die. Right? They can't separate. They're always together in the womb. And they'll always have that connection, even after, outside the womb. Same thing with twin rays. You are always together. So Cancer is about family. Cancer is about loyalty. When it comes down to it, if you actually truly need your twin on an energetic level, they are obligated to come. Whether you ask or not, they are obligated to come. Any threat to you is a threat to them. Stop the whole way. Let them experience their journey. If they gotta like be separate from you and have their tantrum and like fuck themselves up for I don't know however long it takes for them to fuck themselves, do it. Do it. Like I say to that twin energy, run, motherfucker, run. No one's chasing after you. I was just like, ain't no one chasing after you. Let me know when you're done with your bullshit. We got some work to do. Not even joking. So your feelings are your God. The soul is your temple. Rely upon the wisdom of what you feel right now. You have to feel your way through life. Too much thinking is what gets you derailed. Okay? Far too much thinking gets you derailed. And then next thing you know, you don't know where you are. That's a good thing too, because At that point, when you feel lost, that's a gifted opportunity to begin actively finding yourself, actively seeking out the parts of you that you didn't even realize or value. Okay? So that's a good thing as well. Now, some of y'all not listening to me. Card number 5, Mars, force. You go ahead and try and force it. I dare you. Try and force the twin to do something. Before you do that, how do you feel about people forcing you? Are people able to force you to do things you don't want to do? Even if you know it's the right thing, if you don't want to do it, are people able to force you to do it? Because if not, good luck with that shit. Good luck. You're hurting yourself. If you don't want to hear what I'm trying to tell you, perfectly okay. No water, no sweat off my back. Water off, whatever the hell to say it is. It don't matter to me. I mean, I'm not wishing you harm, but it don't matter to me. You're going to learn this lesson one way or another, whether it be through your suffering, struggle, or the flow of energy back to a reunified point. You're going to learn it one way or another. One way or another, you're going to learn it. And it's up to you how you learn it. I don't get a say in that. I don't want to have a say in that. So that's what I'm seeing for my twin flame journey, is that sometimes the energy comes closer together only to diverge again. And then closer together and diverge, closer, diverge, closer, diverge. And if you think about it, if you really try and visualize this movement, this dance between the twin energies, it's a weaving. You're weaving together the fabric of time. You're creating a new paradigm in this back and forth, weaving in and out. So unless you want to fuck up the whole tapestry, keep weaving, keep weaving. Just trust in it. You know, if you're meant to be with your twin, you're going to be with your twin. Now, if you're trying to force something because you're giving someone that title, there's a high probability that you're wrong. You know that, right? There's a high probability that you're wrong about who your twin is. High. Because what I found, the people who continue to question, is this my twin? Is this my twin? They're usually the ones that know it's the twin and just don't want to admit it. 1111, you can suck my dick. You're out. Okay, you're an idiot. These are not tarot cards. You are demonic. You are demonic. Let me find this. 1 second. Oh. Don't retract now. Stay right here, 1111. Don't retract it now. You wanted attention? I have never in my life met more judgmental people than those who are devoutly religious. Not all devoutly religious people are, but the ones who seek to wage war on others in the name of God are the very tools of the devil. The very tools of the devil. Oh, I told you not to leave. What do you mean? Why don't I want to have a discussion? I'm having a discussion with you right now. Everything that you stand for is demonic. Separation, anger, hatred, judgment. Was it not in your Bible that said, judge and ye shall be judged? Actually, I'm Catholic, born and raised, even graduated from a Catholic school. What do you have to say about that now? I even bear the mark of those who are very religious. Permanently etched into my skin, the medallion of Saint Benedict, the one who was given by Archangel Michael the rites of exorcism. You need me to exorcise you? You are Christian. The Christians have bastardized the teachings of the teacher. You follow the teachings of those who have bastardized his truth. And this wrath is not from ego. This wrath is from God. For I've come to dismantle the very teachings that you are following. Jesus said that God is within me, under a rock, in a tree. He didn't say God was in a temple. In fact, what you're doing right now is blasphemy. You call yourself a Christian. You're a shame. You are such a fucking shame. You are such a fucking despicable shame. You represent an entire group of people spewing hate. How so very Christian of you. And my words right now are not directed at all of Christianity. It's directed at you. Yes, I said fuck. And I guarantee you, when Jesus, your leader, went into the synagogues and saw that they had turned his father's house into a marketplace, he said fuck in Aramaic. Right as he was flipping tables. You ain't read the Bible? You don't know the truth of Jesus? As a matter of fact, Christianity launched a war against the Essenes to wipe them out. Guess what? Jesus wasn't Essene. His teachings are Essene teachings. He was a Gnostic. He practiced gnosis, a state of knowing that he is directly corded into God. And he does not need another man who he calls a brother to connect him to his father. Get the fuck out of here. I've been indoctrinated my entire life with religion. You are arguing with the wrong motherfucker. If I'm going to hell, we're going to carpool, motherfucker, because your behavior right now is very ungodlike. You want to tell me you're going to pray for me? That's a violation of my sovereign will. That is a violation of the birthright God gave me. Tell me how you're going to pray for me. You have a Jesus and he's a man. See, you're stupid is what it is. You don't know what the fuck you want to argue about. You just want to fucking argue. Stop using the name of Jesus and God to further the work of the demon that's within you. Get the fuck out of here. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm using my husband's laptop. Let me use mine. 11:11. I'll see you tonight. I'll show you what God's about. And if y'all people think that it's not spiritual of me to react this way, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. This whole notion of turn the other cheek that Jesus was teaching to allow yourself to be abused, that's bull fucking shit. You are a spark of God. You do not allow anyone to disrespect the God within you. Bull fucking shit. I'm not going to fucking take that shit. Did you time him out?
I didn't time anybody out. I didn't even know what was going on.
Don't go away, 11:11. We got 300 seconds to wait before you can comment again. You don't come in my house and fucking try and bastardize the teachings of my brother. Get the fuck out of here. You came on here thinking you'd get a pass evasion. You fucking racist son of a bitch. You bastardize, you spread the teachings of a bastardized fucking belief. And then you come in here thinking you can fucking try and dominate my shit. Bitch, please. This is the spark of God coming like a wrath of truth, setting your fucking ass straight. Don't go away, 1111. Your bitch ass better fucking start commenting. You think Jesus was about burning witches? Jesus, who was said to have gone and conversed, mingled with the dregs of society, those who are cast out? You're fucking ridiculous. You are so fucking ridiculous. Jesus didn't sacrifice his life. He didn't volunteer for that shit. He was murdered by the same people who hijacked his teachings. Get the fuck out of here. You don't even fucking know what you're talking about. Exactly. Jesus loved everybody. He even loves your retarded ass. Well, I'll just wait until you're out of timeout. You come in here talking fucking shit. You have no fucking idea who I am. For years, I attempted to become a nun. Get the fuck out of here until I saw the fucking truth of religion. The fuck out of here. Anyone's going to hell, it'll be you. Hell doesn't exist, you dumb fuck. Hell doesn't exist. Sorry to burst your control bubble. Hell doesn't exist. You're going to tell me the gays going to go to hell? If God is all powerful, why do gays exist? If they're an abomination, why do they exist? If God did not create gays, why do they fucking exist? So you're telling me God, your God is omnipotent, yet an abomination that God didn't create exists? Ooh, your shit don't work, dude. Your beliefs are fucked. Just like you are. Because as a soul, you're all up in that darkness. You have all kind of fucking demons all around you. That's one of the gifts God gave me. I can see demons. I like to call them parasites because I don't believe in the fear that the word demon spreads. You're controlled by demons. I hope you know that. Okay. Looking like they're not going to keep commenting, so. Ooh. So one of you guys, one of the twins is going to become aware, which is probably the one that's watching. But if you continue to try and force, even on a low-key level, if you continue to try and force, what ends up happening is the other one is forced back into slumber, goes back to sleep, avoids. And that's because you can't force a sovereign soul to do something it's not ready to do. Okay. And so what you're going to have to do, if that happens, you're going to have to ruminate. You're going to have to really, really just look in yourself, look within your mind, and think about what your role is. Where is the...
You want me to do it?
Yeah, could you do it? My laptop is not bringing it up.
Done.
So you're going to have to ruminate. You're going to have to really go within, observe, think of where your actions are rooted. Are your actions rooted in fear, much like 1111, attacking other people without understanding, without knowing? Or are you really trying to step forward? Are you staying in your grace, staying in your compassion for self, compassion for the twin? Because there's nothing compassionate or loving about trying to force someone to keep pace with you in your spiritual progress. We all progress at different rates. Yes, twins share this, identical twins, twin rays share the same amniotic sac, but as they live life, they begin to have differences. Sometimes one will be taller. Sometimes one will grow a little bit slower. Sometimes, based on how they respond to stimuli, one will develop certain conditions, character traits, things like that are so different from the other twin. It's the same thing with energetic twins, twin flames, twin rays. You guys will develop and grow at differing rates. And so there's nothing compassionate, there's nothing loving or graceful about trying to force them to grow at the same rate as you. It's like if you don't understand calculus, but your twin understands calculus, and they're like, come on, you got to understand this. It's going to cause them to shut down. It's going to cause them to go back to sleep. And you don't want that. You really don't want that. Because then it makes your journey that much harder, because their refusal to accept who they are and their journey becomes reflected within you. And then you start to get, I guess you could say, disenchanted by your own journey. And you really don't want that. It's unnecessary struggle. Right, Claudia. Jesus doesn't hate. Ignorant dumbasses do. You guys, I'm going to apologize for going on a tangent like that. It wasn't very respectful of your guys' time. I should have just privately messaged him, but I don't know how to do that on YouTube. I'm not afraid of confrontation, but I really should have, I really should have been more mindful and respectful of your time. You guys didn't need to see all of that. Confirmation, release. You let it go, girl. Let it go. So let me get you guys, a message from the twin energy. Yeah, it's, really, guys, it's time for us as the trailblazers of spirituality. And it's not just me that's a trailblazer. It's everyone who's ready to stand in the light of their truth. It's time we do away with this notion that it's not spiritual to say bad words, or stand up for yourself, or be passionate in your expression. You are not a Stepford soul, okay? You've heard the term Stepford wife. You're not a Stepford soul, okay? You are here to experience this life in its full motion and emotion. And there is nothing spiritual about editing yourself, about not allowing yourself enough compassion and space to have an organic reaction to a trigger. Now, I organically reacted. Was it the best reaction? Not really. But I at least gave myself the ability, the opportunity to express my truth. So whoever needed to see that saw it. You saw it. I'm sorry. See? Card number 29, right choice. Was it the best choice? I don't know. Maybe not. Was it the right choice in that moment? Yes. For me, it was. Okay? So card number 29, the right choice. And I just want to say I do love Jesus. I truly do. All right. Stay close to those who know about the heart. Choose the shade of a tree that is in constant bloom. Don't meander aimlessly among the herb sellers and potion vendors. Go directly to the shop that sells nothing but sweets. Don't sit waiting by every boiling pot to have your plate filled. Not every boiling pot is cooking what you want. Not every sugar cane is filled with sugar. Not every down has an up. Not every eye has vision. Not every sea contains pearls. Within you, I recognize my most trusted friend. We go back a long way to before that moment when time began. We knew each other then, even before time was born. So I say, hello, my old and dear friend, so lovely for us to meet again. And I feel how your heart responds with a wave of love, for it is that love that is you, my most trusted friend. You guys, your twin loves you. Whether they recognize it or not, whether they understand the need that you have to reconnect on whatever level it is, they have a love for you that's never going to go away. It's never going to diminish. It's just always has been and always will be. So, on the path of love, there's not so much wrong and right in the moral sense, so much as what is wrong or right for you. The mind cannot help so much here. Only the heart can speak such truths. Remember, the monkey mind is trying to convince you to paint everything in sugary sweetness, and all it is creating a sticky mess. Now, the crow comes and brings messages from soul, filters it through the heart so that you can feel the words of soul. And that's what you're going to have to stay mindful of. The feeling. Allow yourself to feel whatever it is that you're feeling, and then get the messages from soul. The mind may reject, recoil, analyze, and find all the reasons why the simple truth, the right choice of the heart, cannot possibly work and only lead to pain. That is what the mind does rather well, actually. But it doesn't mean the right choice. The heart choice becomes incorrect. It means, rather, that the heart has outsmarted the mind, and the mind will need to bow to the heart, even without understanding its sometimes impenetrable mysteries. Or one can choose to stay in inner conflict, fighting against the right choice. But eventually, love will prevail, and the way forward must be taken. So, no matter what, you're both going to move forward. No matter what, you're both going to grow. That might be separately for now. It might be separately forever. It might be growing in a very painful way together. And if it's growing in a very painful way together, then usually what ends up happening is the growth is accelerated. Okay? It's a very accelerated path that you're on, and you guys end up going through lessons very, very quickly, cycling through. Now, when you go through the lesson, it doesn't necessarily mean that once you finish that lesson, that's it. That lesson doesn't repeat. If both of you haven't learned what needed to be learned in that lesson, it's going to repeat again. Okay, and it's going to continue repeating until both have mastered that particular lesson. So just be patient with it. The more patient you are with your twin, and this doesn't mean allowing or enabling abusive behaviors. This means being patient with the process, having conversations with yourself and reminding yourself they're on their own timeline. I'm here just to assist. Things like that. If you tell yourself things like that whenever you start to feel elevated emotions, it tends to make it easier for you, being the one who can recognize the delay in progress. I'm just saying. The delay in progress can be very frustrating for those who are more aware, but still, we have to love them as they are, where they are. Okay? The fact that you are more aware obligates you to love them as they are, where they are, and offer to help. But if they don't accept it, they don't accept it. And that's just that. And you just have to be patient. You can continue loving them from afar. If it's too much for you, being a twin does not mean you are obligated to martyr yourself. For some, you guys agreed to be together as the most harshest lessons unfold. For others, they need to hurt through that on their own. And you need to continue loving them from a distance until they're ready to begin communicating and interacting in a way that's not as abusive towards you and your energy. The title of twin does not entitle them to anything. Nope. That's one of the greatest mistakes people make when it comes to twin flame pairings. They think that the title of twin enables their partner, their pair, to do whatever they want and they have to take it. No. Energetically, you're still together. Okay? Energetically, you're still doing the work that you came into this life promising to do. Whether you're cognitive of it or not, you're still doing that work. Okay? There's no reason for you to hurt unnecessarily just because they have that title. So right here is a reminder, start focusing on yourself, start working on yourself, not to bring the twin back, because if you do that, they're going to know. On some level, they're going to know, and it's going to seem like a manipulation of sorts, okay? They're not going to react to that very well. They're going to see you in a very bad light. So work on yourself to better yourself so that you can better understand what it is the two of you are struggling through and what you personally are supposed to get from that lesson. And then what ends up happening as you elevate your understanding of yourself, the twin eventually reflects that as well. And all of that disharmonic energy between the two of you has a tendency to dissipate, and you guys can once again communicate. For some of you, you can begin trying to date each other again. For others, it might just be closure or nothing at all. Just a lessening of that pain and that longing to have a connection and no further contact from then on. Not all twins are meant to be together, but it would be good for you to try and work on the internal things that knowing your twin exists has triggered, okay? So, hello, Mike Lawson. Hello, Rosalie Venta. I don't know why I said your name like that. All right, guys. So I'm going to come live again later on today, this afternoonish time. I'm going to be doing expedited requests for energy work, readings, all of that good stuff. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe right now. Turn on that notification bell and join me whenever I go live. You never know what you're going to get. You never know what you're going to get. Sometimes it's something peaceful and quiet. Sometimes it's me dropping F-bombs at zealots. For the deepest depths of my heart's ocean, I love you guys so much. Please share this out to anyone who is struggling through that twin chaos. Bye, guys.